Good evening, everybody. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Baseball Talk for Monday, June 13th. And I not a lot to say. Last Thursday I recorded a video optimistically thinking I was going to go see a girl. She kind of stood me up. So, it is what it is. Whatever. Nothing new in my life. So, yeah, I'm trying to get all my laundry done tonight. Kind of in a scramble because I know that I'm not going to have any time between working and my flight tomorrow. I'm not going to have any time to come home, really, to do anything. So gotta get my laundry done tonight. Gotta get packed tonight. It's going to be a long night for me. I gotta get up at 4 a.m. Pacific time, so I'm not going to get much sleep. Maybe I'll try to sleep on my flight. That's kind of my plan, but I'm also going to download some movies and stuff like that to get me through the flight there. And enjoy my 3 days. I've earned this vacation. This weekend was rough. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday by myself. We got slammed. Tomorrow's going to be. Today was actually a really mellow day for me by my standards. Only walked 10 miles, 23,000 steps, but I'm still number one in the whole company because my company is doing this whole thing. They're giving out gift cards. If you walk 10,000 plus steps in a day, you get entered into a raffle, or you may win a gift card. Blah blah blah, whatever. That's not the real reason. The reason I'm doing it, I like to compete. So I'm competing against other people in the company, not even just here at Portland Airport, also company wide. I was number one for the day, even on a slow day. So I can't wait to see how I get tomorrow when I get another 35,000 plus steps, and I'm gonna blow everybody out of the water tomorrow. Yeah. And sure, maybe it'd be cool to win that gift card too. I think it's gonna be. There's no specification on what the gift card is, but I think it's gonna be one of those Visa gift cards where it's basically cash. So that'll be kind of cool to have. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, trying to get the laundry done. I haven't watched New Jurassic World yet. I will probably watch that when I come back from my trip next weekend. And Hustle. Haven't watched Hustle yet. I think that's one of the movies I'm going to download and watch on my trip, either while I'm flying there or flying back. So, yeah, those are the two newest movies I'm excited about. Couple of injury updates for you in baseball. Joe Ryan is finally back off the COVID list. He's been off 3 weeks. Seems a little ridiculous for COVID injury relations. Most people, it knocks them out for a week, right? So 3 weeks. It seems a little extreme. So it's good to see that he's okay. Obviously, he had some complications to be out that long. He's going to be pitching against my Mariners tomorrow, actually, for his first start back. So, if you have him, you may as well utilize him. My Mariners aren't going to do anything, just like they haven't done anything in 20 years. So, he doesn't make the streamer tier because he's still owned in 85% of leagues because he's a good young pitcher. He just has been out on COVID for way too long. And Steven Strasburg, who was supposed to make a start tomorrow, who actually is under the 50% threshold, so he would have been one of my top streaming candidates for tomorrow, is now back on the injury list. This guy, Steven Strasburg, just needs to retire. His body cannot handle being a professional athlete. He is making a ton of money to be fragile. It is, as a big sports fan, I hate to trash on athletes and how much they get paid, but especially baseball players. I trash on baseball players all the time for how much they get paid because it's ridiculous. Pitchers, especially, they only have to pitch once every 5 days, so they technically only have to work every fifth day. They have to work, and they get paid ass loads of money. Or if you're a relief pitcher, You can't, like, you especially with how specialized it is, you throw like 15, 20 pitches a day, you throw 3 days in a row, and then the next day your manager says, oh, you've been worked too hard, we can't pitch you today, so we're going to go throw our backup catcher out there to throw a couple of innings, and basically throw batting practice to the other team, because we don't want to overwork you, even though you're making $1.5 million to do this job. We're not going to overwork you. We don't want you to throw another 15 pitches for a fourth night in a row. God forbid you work and earn the salary that you're getting paid. Have to work 4 days in a row. Yeah, it's ridiculous, especially for someone like me, who I am one of the lowest paid people in my. I guess I'll say company, because I'm technically not skilled labor, like a cook is skilled labor technically. So cooks make more money, even though we got guys who just stand there literally at the frying machine and flip fries for 8 hours, or do the machines for 8 hours a day. They're making $19-20 plus dollars an hour to stand there and do nothing, while I am working my ass off every single day, working harder than anybody else in that place. Guaranteed. I work harder than anybody else. There's nobody else who even comes close. Maybe my ultimate boss, the I don't even know what his title is, but he's like the boss, the site manager, I think is his technical term. The site manager might be the only person who can hold a candle to working as hard as me, because he's there. He's putting in 12, 16-hour days. Sometimes he's having to, do a lot of work. He does a lot of computer work, a lot of office stuff. He does a lot of stuff. He's there long days, but nobody has to work as physically hard, as demanding of a job for as extended a period in a day as I do. And I'm one of the lowest paid people there. The reason I do it, I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the airport. I enjoy the people I work with. I mostly, all the skills that I have, all the things that I'm good at, are utilized very well in this job. So it's a good job for me. It keeps me fit. It keeps me, from having to go to the gym. So I like it. But there's a lot of bullshit, a lot of stress, and it's a lot of work. And so I think I guess I should say we, there's two of us, we should be getting paid considerably more than some other people in the company, but it's not going to happen because we're unskilled labor. But yeah, so anyways, I don't even remember. I was talking baseball, right? Baseball players, how they're overpaid, blah, blah, blah. Big tangent. Didn't mean for that. I apologize. I'm not going to edit it out, though, because I don't do any editing of my videos because I don't have any sponsorships or really any viewers. This is basically just for me. It's helping me be more comfortable with public speaking, which is a good thing. It's helping me be more comfortable on camera. It's kind of therapeutic for me in a way too, to do these videos. And so this is mostly for me. But if I had a following and got some sponsorships, got famous, that would be a dream come true too. But I mean, I'm being realistic. I'm a no expectations kind of person, because people, I've just given up on expecting anything from anybody, because people will always disappoint you. I'm 35 years old. I hate to say that. It makes me sound so negative, but it's true. If I don't expect anything from anybody, I will not ever be disappointed. So, moving on, some streamers for you for Tuesday. I got two. Matthew Liberatore is getting recalled by the Cardinals to face the Pirates. Now I know he hasn't been off to the best start to his career, and I know he's already faced the Pirates once and didn't do too well. But I think there's a lot of talent there that eventually, sometimes with pitchers, it takes a little while for them to catch on, to figure it out. It takes a couple, call-ups and send-downs for them to get it. And I'm still betting on Matthew Liberatore figuring it out sooner rather than later. And I think the Pirates are a great opportunity for him to get on the right track. So I like him as a streamer for tomorrow. With Zach Eflin of the Phillies versus the Marlins, the strikeout rate for Zach Eflin is high. The whip is good. He's not a great pitcher, but he is a perennial breakout candidate. The Marlins are a lineup that he should be able to face and succeed against tomorrow. So I like Zach Eflin as well. For Wednesday, I've got 4 streamers for you. In chronological order from the start of their game time. Alex Faedo, Tigers versus the White Sox. Alex Faedo is off to a pretty good start. I know the White Sox on paper look like a pretty decent lineup, and so you may be scared to start Faedo. But the White Sox are struggling right now. They got a geriatric manager who has no idea what the hell he's doing anymore. His mind is gone. He was a great manager back in his time, 30, 20 years ago, 15 years ago even, but he is not a great manager now. And it's time for him to step aside. Even the fans, White Sox fans, want him gone. He's a legend in the game. Tony La Russa, legend for sure. Not knocking his resume. I just don't think he has any place in the game right now, especially when he opens his mouth and starts talking. He just removes all doubt that he has no place in this game anymore. But I don't want to get on another tangent here. I like Alex Faedo versus the White Sox. Spencer Strider, the young pitcher for the Braves, coming off a fantastic start as my streaming. I chose him as a streamer in this video on Thursday, and I was right. It was the only thing I was right on, but that's what I was going to talk about. My teams were so bad last week, and I made all the wrong calls on pitchers to stream through the weekend, so I lost all of my matchups, which it was only 3. Big deal. They're all free leagues. I mean, whatever. But still, I'm a prideful person. I want to have good teams. And my teams did not do well. Last week, I was wrong on every single pitcher that I picked for Saturday and Sunday. And Roansy Contreras, again, I told you, he's going to be on this list every time. Hasn't had that true breakout start yet, but it's coming. Strikeout rate is ridiculous. I like him against the Cardinals. And then Andre Palente, his opponent, Cardinals versus the Pirates, another young Latin pitcher who's off to a really good start against the Pirates. I like him as well. For Thursday, I've got none. There's nothing. There's 0. Tyler Wells, maybe, I guess if I had to pick one person, if someone held the gun to my head, based on the pitchers that I have available to me as announced starters, because there's a lot of them on teams that haven't. Tyler Wells of the Orioles against, I think it might be the Yankees. That's why I don't particularly like him, because against the Yankees. But Tyler Wells has been an okay pitcher this year. I don't think he's not going to win you your matchup, but I don't think he's going to particularly hurt you on Thursday either. So Tyler Wells would be the one I would go with, but I don't really like anybody. Thursday will be the day that I will be skipping on streaming anybody this week. For the hitters now, I usually do hitters first. I for some reason I did the pitchers first this time. Hitters, 5 hitters. It's time to talk about Santiago Espinal of Espinal. Espinal is a very poor way of saying Espanol, which is Spanish. Espanol. You gotta roll those letters. You gotta roll those R's. You gotta roll those L's to sound authentic. Santiago Espinal, second baseman and third baseman for Toronto. Nothing special. He's been at the very top of the rankings of available hitters pretty much all year. I've kind of been skipping over him because he's just not putting up like big numbers on a daily basis, but he's playing every day in a lineup that's only going to get better as the weather heats up. So Santiago Espinal is a good pickup if you need some help at those spots. He's not going to provide you a lot of power, so he's probably not going to be super helpful at third base. But at second base, we're always looking for that person to fill that middle infield spot. Kyle Farmer of the Reds, shortstop, third base. I know it's hard to find production in anything worth mentioning in Cincinnati, but Kyle Farmer is another one of those guys who's been perennially at the top of the available hitter rankings for the majority of the season. He's another guy who plays every day. He's compiling stats on a daily basis, even if they're not great. He's available. The best ability is availability and durability. Those are the top two. And Santiago Espinal and what's his name? Kyle Farmer. I can't believe I already forgot his name. Kyle Farmer are available and durable. They're going to be there every day for you to accumulate their 1 or 2 points every game. So next, we're going to talk about Seth Brown, outfielder, first baseman for the Oakland A's. He's on fire right now. He looks like a guy. He's getting every day. He's playing every day for Oakland too, even though Oakland's bad. It remains to be seen how long Seth Brown can be an everyday player. Like if he was on a good team, would he be playing every day? Probably not. But Oakland's giving him the opportunity, and he's running away with it. Jake Berger, the young third baseman for the White Sox. Jake Berger's an interesting story because I guess he's not super young anymore, but he is technically still a rookie. He is getting everyday reps for the White Sox right now, whether he plays third base, first base, DH. He's getting bats all over the diamond. It seems the Yoan Moncada experiment, the Yoan Moncada disappointment, the White Sox are finally moving on from him. Jake Berger should, by now. Jake Berger's already playing better than Yoan Moncada ever really has, in my opinion. So Jake Berger should be the third baseman of the present and probably the future for the White Sox. He's a hot pickup right now. And then the young rookie Ezekiel Duran of the Texas Rangers. He's off to a really good start. He is currently just second base eligible in most ESPN leagues, but he will be shortstop eligible probably before the end of the week. It is Monday, right? Yeah, I would say definitely by this time next week, Ezekiel Duran will probably have shortstop eligibility in most leagues, so that'll be helpful as well if you're looking to fill shortstop. Ezekiel Duran is kind of off to a really strong start, kind of like Wander Franco when he finally got called up. So I'm not saying Ezekiel Duran isn't Wander Franco, but he's a pretty good player. He's going to rack up stolen bases. He's going to hit for high average. He's going to hit it at the top of the lineup. And he's going to have shortstop eligibility eventually because I don't know why he's playing shortstop. Honestly, I thought they signed. Didn't they just give Corey Seager a shit ton of money to play shortstop, and then Marcus Semien at second? Corey Seager needs to move off shortstop anyway. He needs to be a third baseman or something like that, just like his brother. But I digress. I'm not the manager of that team. Chris Woodward is, and he's not very good at it. But I'm not saying I would be better. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to work for the Texas Rangers anyway. I'm a Mariners fan, so yeah. And the Rangers are named after police officer, law enforcement. Not a fan. So anyway, all right. Let's just end this. I can't believe I pushed this to 18.5 minutes anyway. It doesn't matter how hard I try to be short, or if I try to make it longer. These videos are all kind of coming together to be the same length. All right, my stomach starting to growl anyway, so that's a good sign. It's time to end this and be merciful to you and feed myself. So peace, love, and nacho fries. Good luck. Good night. Can't wait to film on Thursday night from a place that I'm not going to mention, but it's a place that is not here. So